What is going on, everyone? It is Tyler McKinney back here again, and today let's get those red pens out and let's get ready to do some grading. We're going to get back into the XFL uniforms. If it's your first time here, hey, glad to have you. If you're a return viewer, thanks for coming back and thanks for watching more videos. And if you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. And remember to leave me all your comments. I love interacting with you guys. You know, you guys who do that know that. You know that I love going back and forth with you guys and having some cool conversations, some discussions. And two, keep giving me your comments because I will be featuring those ones that I really like in upcoming videos, and also to give me more video suggestions. Right now, we're working through the uniforms, but I will be getting to those here shortly, very soon. So be looking for those. All right, let's not waste any more time. Let's go ahead and let's dive into it. So today we're going to continue on in our series. We're going to look at the XFL uniforms. We're going to be grading them. Now remember, we're grading these on 3 different categories. We're breaking them down into the helmets, then the home uniforms, and then the away uniforms, and then giving them an overall average score. So we're taking those 3 together, adding them together, dividing it by 3, and that's the score that the team is going to get. So let's go ahead and let's start with our team for today, and we're looking at the St. Louis BattleHawks. Man, I like this one. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. Let's start off with the helmet. The helmet, I think, is just absolutely fantastic. The helmet harkens back, and it reminds me of a time when I was a little kid. Bear with me here, guys. I'm going to take you to a little bit of story, and I'm going to give you a little bit of what Tyler was like when he was younger. When I was a kid back in elementary school, especially like in early elementary school, in first grade, second grade, one of the things that I loved to do was I loved to go to the store with my family, and I loved to go buy those little NFL helmets that came, they're like the candy dispenser machines, where you put your quarter in and then you return it. Now, who knows how much they are today? I have no clue. But you used to get them in the little container. You pop the lid off, and then you had a helmet with the little punter face mask, with the 2 kind of prongs on it together, and then you put the stickers on it. Now, I always, for whatever reason, it seemed like I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. I don't know if you guys knew that or not. You can kind of see it up there. That's my Dallas Cowboys helmet that I have. So I was a Dallas Cowboys fan, and I always would go to get them, and I don't know how many times I got Detroit Lions. And, of course, they would come out, and their helmets look fairly similar. They got similar colors to the Dallas Cowboys. But I would look at it, and I'd get excited for a second, and then my face would just drop because I would get those Detroit Lion ones. I don't know how many of those I got. I actually ended up only getting, out of all the ones out of the machines, I only ended up with 2 of the Dallas Cowboys. But I remember going through and getting them. I got a lot of the Chargers, the Colts, a lot of Dolphins for some reason, and Bills. But the one that I got I got like 2 of was the Eagles, and I thought that their helmet was just cool. Now, granted, they're one of the rivals of the Dallas Cowboys, but I always thought that their helmet was cool. And so as we're looking at this helmet reminds me a lot of, especially the older school, the Eagles helmets that they had with that full wing on them. And so I really like these helmets. I like the coloring. That vibrant blue just really pops, that royal blue, the way that they did it and kind of gave it a little bit of that metallic-y kind of a color. Man, it just pops right off of the page, and then accentuating that with that, they're calling it chrome, and the white in that with the gray and the stuff like that. Man, it just looks pretty. It is real nice, real pristine, and it reminds me of when I got those helmets. And it kind of took me back when I saw this helmet with the logo. The way they did it is just fantastic. So if you remember the BattleHawks logo, it's got the wings coming off of it, but then it's got the sword down the middle. And they did a really cool thing with the sword is they made the sword so the blade of the sword is actually what goes down the middle and it acts as the stripe of the helmet. I think it's fantastic. I love the way that they use that navy color on the face mask. It's just, it really pops to me, and I really, really like that. It's done well. The colors are used perfect with it. The way that the logos looks, the way the logo's used on it, that's exactly how I would use it. So, score on this one. Out of 100, I'm going to give it a 96. I really, really like that. Let's go ahead and let's move on to the home jerseys. Now, believe it or not, I'm actually not as big of a fan of the home jersey as I am a fan of the away jersey. The home jersey, to me, I think really what it has to boil down to is that there's just not a lot going on with it, which is fine. But for some reason, that gray that they use in the pants, I like kind of how they've got the stripes down the pants. I like how they accentuate the navy with, the royal blue and the gray, and that it looks all good. And I'm not knocking it. I actually like it. But the thing for me is that the gray socks and the gray pants, they just kind of make everything look dingy to me. It just gives it that sense of the dingy color. Whereas if they just would have made maybe the pants like white or make the pants navy to go with that royal blue jersey, I think would have been fantastic and would have really, really set it off and really added to, accentuate that helmet and just how vibrant that helmet is. I just think it just knocks things down a notch, and it still all flows together really well. Don't get me wrong there. It flows well. I just look at it, and the helmet just kind of sets off from the uniform. It's almost like they look like they're not really, one flowing uniform to me. That's just the way that I see it and I look at it. I do like the stripes on the side. I like the gray on stripe and then the navy stripe with it. I just kind of wish that they would have just made the pants color either white or they would have went with the navy and then used the gray as the socks, which I'm fine with that, but used the gray as part of the stripe as opposed to the blue and the navy, the royal blue and the navy. With that, overall though, I think they did a good job with it. I have no qualms with it, and so 84. It's a solid look. Nothing with the font in that. I think the font's great. Font's okay, but definitely give it a solid B. Let's go with an 84. Let's go ahead and let's now turn our attention to the away jersey. And I actually like the away jersey more than I like the home jersey. So I think the way that they did it with the white jerseys looks great. I like the accent with the two stripes on the sleeves where they have the blue, the royal blue, and then the navy with that. I think it's great. The numbers, to me, I really like the royal blue numbers. And again, I thought the royal blue numbers just kind of pop off of that white. Whereas with the home jersey, the pants just kind of made everything look dingy. Whereas with these vibrant royal blue pants, it really just makes everything flow together really nice. I really like how their away jerseys came out, and I know they did color for home and white for away, but if it were me, I would have loved to swap them because I like the white better than I like the home jersey. I like the white socks, the stripes with the pants. I think that they did cool, keeping the white kind of flowing through all of that. I really like the way that it's done and the way that they designed it. It's sleek. There's nothing special about the design of this uniform, but it doesn't have to be. All of the flash is up in the helmet, and they don't really need any flash anywhere else on this. It's great the way it is. Leave the jerseys, the pants, simplistic, so that you can really accentuate that vibrant, really aggressive helmet. And I like that. It's like the helmet's aggressive and toning down the jerseys kind of, helped it not be over the top. And so I really like that with that. I like it with both of the home and the away uniforms, but I just think that the home just has that little bit of a dingy feel, to where with the away jersey, I give it a little bit better. It just seems to flow better with it. So as I'm looking at it, I'm going to go with then an overall of an 87 on that one. I just think that it's pretty good. And so we'll give it a solid higher B with that. We'll give it an 87. So let's go ahead and let's wrap things up here. To review, we've got an 96 for the helmet. Really like the helmet. An 84 for the home jersey. It was okay. I liked it. Solid B. And then for the away jersey or the away uniform, simple but yet effective and stands out and pops. I give it a solid B with an 87 for an overall total score of an 89. I really think they did a really good job with the BattleHawks, and I think that you fans in St. Louis are really going to have not only a good team to root for, but also a really cool team to root for, and I think that you guys are going to have some great swag and some great T-shirts and hats and jerseys and all sorts of merchandise for the BattleHawks that you guys are going to be able to wear that are going to be pretty cool. So yeah, those are my thoughts. The question is what do you think? What are your thoughts on this? Do you like the BattleHawks whole getup? Or do you not? Do you think the helmets are cool or not? Do you think I'm just crazy? I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section and we'll have a conversation. All right, well, I know that you're busy and I know that I'm busy. So let's have a good night.